Welcome back, guys, and we're out here in a new day, and it's actually pretty nice out today. My focus for today is going to be actually cleaning up the garage because we have quite the mess going on in here for how busy we've been. And this is going to be going away soon. This is a K20 that I just put in the RSX. Didn't record that for you guys, so that thing is going to be going out of the background. We have another JDM motor here that we got to put in the car, and we just got to clean up everything. Give you an update on VA bait. We actually ended up having a cracked cylinder head, so it ended up just being a bad casting. It had it's not so much cracked, it had pinholes in the casting that might have been under the surface and then came up after we ran the car. So I did get a brand new cylinder head in for that thing, and we are getting it, all the port work and polish work done to it. So that thing's kind of on the back burner right now, and it has been, as you guys haven't seen a video. And the add on top of that, our new head gasket program, we are working away on that, and we do have the test gasket. So this thing is going to be getting an all new head gasket on the car, and we're going to be testing that. But today, like I said, my goal is to get this place cleaned up. And some of you always ask if we still have Hyper Blue, which obviously you guys see it in the background quite often. I don't think it's moved out of the spot in probably about a year, to be honest with you guys. It's been almost a year since we drove this thing, but we're going to pull this thing out today, and we're going to give it a good bath because it is pretty dusty from being here. So let's get this place cleaned up and get Hyper Blue pulled out. Now that we got that garage cleaned out, guys, we got Hyper Blue outside, and this thing is freaking dusty. I mean, it's been in there for what, almost a year now, and look how bad this thing is. So, I mean, that's to be expected. I'd rather be dusty than obviously be sitting outside and getting rust. Also makes me kind of leery of washing it because I don't want to, you know, obviously rust the brakes and go over that. Obviously, they don't have any kind of rust on them now. But it's super dusty, so in reality it does need a good wash. So with this thing, like I said, a lot of you guys are been asking about it and where it's been, what are the plans with Hyper Blue, and I don't really have the answer for you guys. I've had plans of letting it sit this year and then coming back to it as a build this winter and doing a build with you guys on it, doing pretty much a similar turbo kit that it had, or something to make the car make 1,000 wheels still, and then it be, you know, my fun toy that I can drive whenever I want. Right now, though, like I said, it's just up in the air. I am back and forth right now because we have a race day on Friday, and you guys know the trend. We always put things together for the race day, and whether that means we have enough time or not, and that's usually not enough time. Should we make this thing run for Friday? Right now, guys, it's Wednesday afternoon. I don't think there's enough time, but you know, the inner side of me wants to make it, so I don't think there's enough time. But obviously the inner side of me does want to make this thing run and make an appearance, you know, whether it be good as far as someone might complain and say that the car goes too fast even though it doesn't have the same setup in it, and we may not be able to race it, you know, because it has obviously got kicked out of our track for going too fast, and it still obviously doesn't have a roll cage in it. So, well, what to do? You know, if we don't put this car together, we have gray, and that's the one that we were planning on racing on Friday. Even that car is going to be a stretch to get ready because we need to put the new triple disc clutch in the car because it has just an ACT street in it, and obviously that's not going to hold the power where I'm trying to go. So we need to put our new triple disc in it, and I need to put axles in it, rear axles, DSS 800 axles, and it needs a fuel system because right now it has a single Walbro 450 modified in a stock hanger, and that's obviously not going to get us where we need. So I do need to put a fuel system in the car, axles, clutch, and tune the car. Now the part that's making me want to go with Hyperblue is the fuel system is in Hyperblue because I don't have another one here right now, and I am ordering one. So I'm like, do I pull it out of Hyperblue again, wire it back into gray again, which I guess this time it would stay for good and my new one would just go in Hyperblue. So I'm torn, guys. I don't know what to do. And I'm not sure this video is going to go up with enough time to let you guys be the decision, because obviously we're on a pretty tight schedule here if we want to make it. The next track day is on the 28th of May, and that obviously would give us some time. And if we don't have enough time to get this thing together, that's what's going to end up happening, is we're going to go race on the 28th. But trying to make something happen. I want to go racing, guys, and my race car's broke, so you got to make do with what you got. And you know, we got parts, we can put one of them together. Gray has a good motor, blue obviously doesn't have a motor, race car doesn't have a motor, but gray has a transmission that's also questionable. Fourth gear, you know, she doesn't like us, so we're pretty torn right now what to do, guys. You know, a lot of you would say, well, we should put the race car together, but the thing is, and the reality is, that turbo will grenade that motor. So don't know, guys. Let me sit here, figure this out. I'm gonna probably wash this thing, get it cleaned up, put it back together, because I did take some of the stuff apart when I was putting the race car together just to look at. So obviously it doesn't have like the glove box, doesn't have this trim on it. It's all in here. I just need to put it back on. I did take these pillars out for the other car. I did get another brand new set for Hyperblue I'm gonna put in today. You know, just further put the interior back together. The back is all there. There's some back panels. So I'm gonna put this thing together, get this freaking dust off this thing, and make a decision. I probably should have been recording, but I just went ahead and tackled into this, and big news, guys. I was able to relocate our ABS module back into its factory spot, which does mean we have room to put the rotated turbo kit on it. And you got Travis back there working away on his car. He's also contemplating taking it to the track, so we'll see what happens. But this is big news. That means that I could definitely put this thing together, and I think that is the route that we are going to go. So with that being said, I got that moved over. That's right, we got to grab our sacrifice over here. Fortunately, Gray, you're going to be my sacrifice, because I'm going to take the motor, tranny, rear diff, drive shaft. We're going to need the front axles and the turbo kit. So let's get to it, guys. Let's get that thing pulled in the driveway. And unfortunately, that's just going to be how it is for right now. And that means I've made the decision that old girl, she's going to make a comeback, and we're going to start driving around for a bit. And then if we want to, we can always put it back, or we can build a whole new setup for Gray. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we can do it. So let's get started. Well, guys, the decision has been made, and it is about 5 o'clock today. It's Cinco de Mayo. Apparently we have plans, and I made the decision to make the impossible happen, and we're going to try to make it happen. So this is Wednesday night, 5 p.m. Track night is Friday night, 7 p.m. and we have to leave here by 4. So I already got my access port code from Cobb to tune that car. I already had it for this, obviously. They gave me it over there. So I have everything I need for that. Now, we just have to put in the work to get this motor, tranny, rear diff, axles, drive shaft, turbo kit, everything over to that car. So that is what we're going to be doing. Obviously, it's going to be tough to record because we're on a very tight schedule. So I think I'm going to put a lot of this on time lapse of getting this thing up in the air, get this motor out, and we're going to need to get the tranny out, and then from there at least get the tranny thrown in, because you guys know I like doing that when they're out like this. It's just dropping the transmission makes it really easy. So get the tranny out, switch it over, put the tranny in, and then drop the motor back in there, and then we're down to the turbo kit and rear diff. So that makes it a lot easier at that point. So let's do it, guys. Let's do something crazy, pushing the limits here. And obviously we're gonna be pushing the limits on tuning the car, because the more time it takes to get this done, the less time I have to tune the car. So am I crazy for doing it? Yeah, I definitely am. If we don't make it, we don't make it, but we're gonna try. So let's get started. So I turned the car around because this way is much easier. I have more room, and that has a slanted down, obviously, to come into the driveway. So I'm gonna have to turn Hyper Blue around, but didn't want you guys to think I'm cheating. I turned this thing around. Let's finally get started, get this thing apart. Hopefully we can get this motor out of here maybe in an hour. It is, so focus, 4:47. So let's go. Pretty good until I had to fight the stupid up pipe bracket from and this has been in this car for the last 10,000 miles, so obviously it's not going to be the easiest thing to get out, but we're doing pretty decent right now. We are at 535 and this is where we are. What's left to get this thing out is going to be motor mount nuts. We need to take off our barometric pressure sensor right here. We can pull our starter, pull our pin, and then this thing is ready to come out. So I'm going to continue working away at this. Like I said, that really screwed us for about 15 minutes of this, so let's see if we can still stay on track, but I doubt it because we're 5:35, sorry, at 4:47, so I'm going to say we're going to be about 15 to 20 minutes late due to that stupid up pipe bracket. But let's keep chugging away, getting this thing done.
certainly orange.
Bam! We got the motor out of the thing. So it definitely fought me quite a bit on that up pipe there, getting that bracket out. Thanks to Travis, he was helping.
I got you.
There's old girl. And woo, the little ACT clutch that could over here. Trying her little heart out. But let's look at the time. I know the battery on the camera is about to die. I gotta switch it out with another one.
6:10.
So 6:10, guys. That's what it looks like. Bam! Not too bad. Hour and 20 minutes. So there we are. I'm gonna put another battery in here and we're gonna continue on. Next up, time to get this transmission out of here. Look who showed up to the party just in time.
Right.
We went ahead and just bust this out. Got that transmission out of there. It's sitting right there. Now we're gonna pull it out of here. And this thing is almost fully stripped. We just need to get the rear diff out of this thing. And then this thing is all the way stripped. I already got the axles out that we need. We just need the front axles. And this thing is done. But you guys see the time, how we're doing. It is now 2 hours in. Exactly. This thing went freaking focused, but you guys saw. 6:48. And we have full swap, full trans, everything out of here. Not too bad. A little rusty, I guess. It went faster. But I'm going to get this rear diff out of here. That way I can get this thing back down on the ground and we're gonna play musical cars. And that means this thing's gonna go in the corner and Hyperblue's gotta flip around. So that way, keep making progress.
It's the old girl out.
I know,
Son.
what is this life? I don't even know what to expect right now. It's gonna be weird driving this thing. Pretty freaking stoked. I'm almost tempted just to throw the trans in right now. Just jack this thing up and slide it under and throw it up in. And it'll take us no time. We still gotta get the rear diff out though, because the jack stands are underneath gray. So, regardless, we're gonna get those jack stands, the rear diff out, and then we might just throw this thing up in the air real quick and do it. Knock this thing out. Why does it look like it's about to rain? A little time update. We are now, this thing I'm gonna turn back on, 7:05. Beast over here. And then I got the rear diff out. So now we are, this thing, all the way stripped. Now we just gotta put it back to where she's a roller and we can start putting Hyperblue together, guys. Little update, beast mode over here. We got our 800 horsepower DSS axles in, and we got the rear diff. Once this thing adjusts, maybe. Come on, adjust a little, like, so you can see we got the rear diff in. Everything's there. Now it's time to get this transmission in, and we are going to get this thing thrown in there. Got drive shaft and on and all. You guys are probably getting tired of me doing this, but let's see what time it is. It is 7:49, guys. And we have this car back on the ground, looking complete. And we have that one in the air, rear diff in, axles in, and now we're gonna put the trans in. There we have it, guys. Transmission is all in, and we have the full drivetrain in this car now. Obviously we need to put the motor in still, but we can't do that because we don't have the clutch. It was supposed to show up today. I got to check the tracking. Hopefully it shows up at a decent time tomorrow, because then we can get the motor in this car, and that's really the only thing left. I do need to obviously go over a couple small things on it, but we need to get the engine in here. We still need to put the front mount on it, and that's pretty much it, guys. We freaking bust ass today. Got this thing apart. Thanks Josh and Travis for helping. We're cleaning up tools. Like I said, this thing's all apart, back on the ground. She's gonna go in the storage spot, which is, you guys know, over there. Got the motor sitting here. Good progress today. It is, like I said, Cinco de Mayo, so we're gonna go in, eat, keep the women happy. I ain't drinking no damn margarita. No. That's gonna wrap the video up for tonight. I'll pick this back up in the morning. You know, this video is probably gonna be pretty long, so I'll debate if I'm gonna end it out here and if I'm gonna continue on. So you guys will just have to find out. This might be the end of the video, or it might continue.
Living life up in the fast lane. Hey. Living life up in the fast lane. And I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down. Living life up in the fast lane. Pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground. Living life up in the fast lane. Life, though you lemons, you just put them in Coronas. Coronas, Coronas. I've been working, I need that advance with the bonus, the bonus, the bonus. Ain't no thoughts about tomorrow, I'm just living in the moment, the moment, the moment. Full tank of gas and 200 on the dash, bitch, I'm zoning, I'm zoning, I'm zoning. Fast lane, living life up in the fast lane. Hey. Living life up in the fast lane. And I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down. Living life up in the fast lane. Pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground, pedal to